Are you guys alive? Okay, you're alive. Got my new knee pad here. Ooh, it's extra squishy. Okay, well, let's fix this. I am tinkering in my disaster of a garage. I know, I need to clean it. I need to put stuff away. And in my last video, my project update video, I talked about the Junkyard truck, which this engine was originally from. I believe this to be the original engine for the truck. No big deal, but so I was talking about possibly doing a big block swap because I have a friend that's selling one, and I was thinking about picking that up, and I have a transmission, a Z5 that'll mate up to it, and we could do a dirty old big block swap. Of course, was gonna put some stuff into the big block anyways, like a cam and a couple other things. But here's the thing: the company that I work for, which in the last 4 to 5 years has given us between 4 and nearly 10-week bonuses. This year ours is on hold because the whole market is kind of sketchy, and basically whatever Intel freaks out about, my company freaks out about too. So what I'm saying is my bonus is on hold until probably the second quarter of this year. So I need to get this truck going, and I just don't quite have the funds to go buy a $1,000 engine and I was going to do a roller cam deal on that, and then I had to spend another $1,000 for a different carburetor intake for it and all that stuff. I got to thinking with this 302, what can we just clean this up with a home? Order new pistons and rings, polish the crank, which I'm actually thinking about doing myself. I've seen some people. Neighbor's got a dog now, so it just sits outside and, it barks. Anyways, I want to do a dirty rebuild on this. I don't want to put a whole lot of money into this because, well, I just don't want to put a whole lot of money into it. I'd rather just make this thing a runner again, slap it all back together, make it somewhat reliable, I guess. Which in my case was, if it had good freeze plugs, it wouldn't have blown up in the first place. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna clean out some debris that's in here. I'm gonna take this cylinder hound and I'm gonna spray some stuff on it. I actually might just pour a little bit of ATF in a thing and dunk this in there. Coat the cylinder with some of this, and I might see if I can clean up some cylinders. Although now I might scrap this video. Let's just see what happens here. This cylinder here, I think I might be able to clean up. This one here has this vertical scratch that I can feel with my finger. Yep, there's that dog again. So I'm thinking, I'm trying not to hit the crank there. This cylinder hone just barely works. Let's just do the thing. The other option is I can just get a different block. Well, worst case scenario, if this doesn't work, I take the engine in and have them machine it, and that's going to cost me, well, they said 35 a hole, so 90, 180, 360 bucks. I figured in total with everything they're going to do, they'll probably charge me about 500 bucks. And at least with this, I already have an intake, I have a carburetor, I have heads. I still have a flywheel and clutch that are brand new. So I could probably put this together for 1,500 bucks tops. which I think I would rather do. That'd be a lot cheaper because the 460 swap, I'm looking at spending, you know, $4,000 or something like that, and I can't do that right now. Well, let's see what happens here. Let's see if we can kind of clean this up. This one here has me really concerned, and there is a little bit of material transfer down there, but we'll see if the hone will take that off. I've got our DeWalt here. I got it on first gear. Let me find something to coat that with. Oh, I might have put the ATF in the truck. You know, burnt it. Oh, I got some engine oil over here from my Fusion. I changed the oil on my Ford Fusion, my daily driver. And boy, let me tell you what, I got about 7,000 miles. And you know, it's a hybrid, so you can go about 10 actually on it, which I've done before. But, it needed an oil change. Okay, so this thing, has fixed up a 4BT Cummins, which I did a rebuild a few years ago on this channel. And it has done a Toyota Camry 5S FE? Yeah. Both engines were successful. Now this one, I'll put a little bit of oil on the stone here. Wipe a little bit in there. Okay, I think I actually want to go faster on this one. And we just do this for a little bit. And then we look in here. I'm gonna have to do something with that. A little bit of metal transfer there. I might get in there. I might take the crank out and get in here with a angle grinder, not an angle grinder, but an apparatus and get this aluminum out of there. But I got a little bit too much oil on it. It's a little too thick. Let's try it again. Well, there's still a scratch there, but it feels nicer. It's actually taking that aluminum transfer is actually going away. This area here definitely needs to be smoothed out quite a bit because we don't want our new piston rubbing on that. The problem with doing this, especially with this engine being overheated and putting new pistons in, is that these bores could be totally out of round, which, you know, that's possible. Gee, I bet you we do a quick polish on that crank, throw some bearings in there, we're good to go. This has actually got a ridge from where the rings would stop. That's all the way around here. Yeah, check this out. That's what I'm looking at right here. And then there's this. I can actually feel that. Cheap engine rebuild? Nope. Vertical scratching there. That ridge right there, that has me worried there. So I guess at this point we're really doing this just to see where we're at. Yeah, darn. Shoot. I was really looking at trying to do a cheap engine rebuild, but I don't think it's gonna happen. We still got oil on our stone here. Let's try this. scratching. This has also got a ridge. I'm gonna say that that's not from me. This engine had a lot of miles, a lot of hard miles, obviously. Yeah, it's looking like every single one of these is got a ridge right where the piston ring stops. Well, that's not good. So even if I didn't have this problem down here, this vertical scratching, I still have this ridge on every single cylinder. Let's think about this. 460 swap, $1,000 out of the gate. Okay, $1,000. All right, I'm actually gonna do a thing. I'm gonna put a thing down here. $1,000. We'll say we put $100 in for gasket stuff, and then we've got the fact that we're gonna have to buy a whole nother intake and carburetor. At a minimum, we could do EFI, but that's a whole different animal. We have $1,000 for intake, carburetor, and then we're looking at probably another couple hundred for a Partronics distributor, which I'm actually going to spend on this because my HEI thing that I have is so we're a little over 2,000 there, and then I've got to spend another, you know, 200 to 500 for replacement parts to get my ZF5, which is scattered behind you guys. And then I gotta buy another flat wheel, another clutch, another separator plate, probably for the engine and transmission. You know, it's starting to get pretty expensive. This one here, I'm thinking we're gonna spend at least 500, you know, machine work. The crank I'm gonna have polished, you know, since it's there. Have them match bearings for this. And then we're looking at, I think, a couple $100 for, you know, 30 to 60 over pistons. They're actually not that expensive for a whole set of 8. I'm gonna reuse the rods because they're good. I'm just gonna clean them up really good. And then the heads I'm gonna reuse. We're just gonna clean up. It's had heads done. These heads are newer. I'm just gonna clean the surface up and then you know, plop them back. And actually I need to get heavier valve springs on there. So we're about 500 for machine work. I'm gonna spend a couple $100 on a cam for this, and then I don't know, $60, $100 or less for valve springs. And then I have everything else. I have the intake, I have the carburetor. So yeah, this will be much easier to do. I think we have a good block to start with. So, well, I mean, it has a stock bore. I measured it. It's a 4-inch bore, totally stock. So I think we'll take it in. And my original plan with this is to do a like 30 over. I think that's what they're gonna have to do. But you know, won't know until we take it to the machine shop. I'm just having like just bored out till they're clean, and then you know, clean the crank, polish that up, line bore everything, put new cam bearings in, and this will get hot tank too before they machine it. So or actually they're gonna do it after. I don't know what the order is, but this gets hot tank, so this will look like a totally brand new engine. So all right, dudes. That's it. That's the intro to this engine build. That's where we're at. Well, that's where I'm at. And maybe in the next video I'll clean my garage. So. Anyways, here's my garbage can. Oh, and I missed. Alright.